Okay, everyone, here we go for another vintage cube draft. And this time we open power. That's awesome, right? So that's going to be the obvious pick, Mux Jet here. Let's try and take Mux Jet out of the equation. Then what would I be looking at? I would probably be looking at Mystic Confluence because we have Necromancy and Exhume in the same pack. So even though I do prefer Necromancy straight up, I think the tiebreaker would be I don't really want to fight for that stuff when there's another good reanimation card. It is important to say that Necromancy, you don't need to play Reanimator for that card to be strong. You can still just, counter your opponent's spell, Thoughtseize your opponent's spell, have your own guy die and just reanimate it later for value. Like, that card is just gonna be strong in any black deck. But the same can be said for Moxjet. Nice start. Okay, this is a tough one. So we have a lot of cards on similar power level, like let's say Grist, Athari, Cryptic, Tireless Tracker, Lightning Bolt. I'm gonna definitely take one of those. Yeah, well, I guess I narrowed down a little bit. I'm gonna take one of those 5. Grist has a black mana symbol in it, which is not nothing. Lightning Bolt is the cheapest. I think for me it's between those two. I'll pick up a Lightning Bolt here. Yeah, let's see. Second pick in a Lightning Bolt it's fine. Nothing to write home about. Combination with Moxjet, and I'm obviously happy about my first 2 picks. Depends on the perspective. Athari, Tracker. Yeah, those are like solid cards. Okay, this is interesting because had I taken another card previously, I would probably have reconsidered my pick here. But I think I just go Seasoned Pyromancer. It's just a good card in any deck with red mana sources. Let's see, what else can we say here? I mean, Wooded Foothills, obviously, fetches are awesome. I really like the multicolor fetches for green. Retrofitter Foundry has its place for sure in a bunch of archetypes. Thought Scour is a new addition. I guess that's just a decent cantrip if you can randomly hit some graveyard synergies like Reanimation or what do I know? Okay, now things become kind of interesting, right? What do we have here? Xander's Lounge, Grixis Land. Great pick. Then we have Inferno Titan, but that doesn't really seem like what I'm going to do here. I mean, who knows? But I'm just saying I passed 2 reanimation cards, so being like black-red reanimation is probably not going to happen. I think I need to read this card. When you attack, you may discard a card. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. Okay. When you discard 1 or more cards, exile the top card. Then okay, so you can kind of cycle away, let's say, excess lands and look for spells. Yeah, that card is not... I'm interested in that card. Okay, let's try that. Next pack, what do we have? We have Oliphant, which is decent if I'm 2-color red at least. Then we have something like Shadow Spear. In my opinion, here there aren't any cards that I'm like excited to go into a second color for. I think what I'm gonna do is just delay that decision and take the Oliphant here. Maybe this is the same case actually, except Burst Lightning is better than Oliphant. Okay, yeah, let's take the Burst Lightning. I mean, we might end up mono red here. Okay, there's actually a reason here to look elsewhere. I see Blood Tithe Harvester and I see Spell Pierce. With me having the Jet, yeah, let's go for this. Black-red aggro / mid-range could be a decent archetype. Okay, red is definitely open. So I think we can be mono-red this draft, which is, I mean, it's effective, right? So here it's pretty clear Chain Lightning. Or is Figure of Destiny better? Wow, I saw that as a white card in the first go around. Ugh, okay. So chain lightning, if I end up 2 colors better. If I end up mono red, I think figure is probably better. Oh my goodness. That kind of caught me off guard. Okay, I'll take the chain lightning. And for this pack, it's pretty clear. Karizev, just, good 2-drop for my deck. I even wield the Hill Rider. Okay, so I guess chain lightning is very comparable to figure, so by taking this card, I kind of hedge. That's never a bad thing, right? If I end up not needing it. I mean, let's say I get some Triomes that I, for some reason, want to play, then maybe Tribal Flames is a decent card. Inferno Titan, most likely not going to play. Kavu, kind of the same theory as Tribal Flames, I guess. Let's say I go Domain Red. Not unthinkable, but it's close to it. Okay, I mean, this is a great start. Shadow Spear, who knows? Might play it. Molten Collapse. If I actually end up black-red, let's say I get, like, Badlands, 2 fetches, then I might play these black cards, right? But right now, they're on the maybe. Yeah. I mean, cool starts to the draft. Let's see. Let's see what the next pack brings us. Huh. Yeah, this is the thing about when you're playing, like, mono red. Your picks aren't going to be that exciting. I'm thinking, take the Revoker, wield the Earthshaker Kenra, which is one of the most underwhelming things you can say. But I mean, what else am I going to do? Take the Gristlebrand and hope to randomly spike one of the few remaining randomation pieces? I mean, I think I am going to wield the red one. That's why I take the colorless one. So I think they're pretty replaceable. Well, very comparable, I should say. But wheeling the colorless card is less likely than wheeling the red card, so that's basically the logic. First picking Direction Revoker. Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's just how it is. Is this any better? Yes. Lelia. Now that's a magic card. Lelia, the Blade Reforged. 2/2 haste for 3 mana. Whenever Lelia, the Blade Reforged, attacks, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until end of turn. Note play, so lands are also good to hit. Whenever one or more cards are put into your exile from library and or graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on Lelia. So that's when you attack with it. That's one way to do it. If you have, like, delve spells or whatever, it also works. What am I taking it over? Embercleave, I guess? Great pickup. Now, cards like Lelia, Ragavan, Fable, that's the dream, right? Bolt, Chain Lightning, that's like real red cards, you know? Seasoned Pyromancer is also in that category. Yeah, that's a lot more exciting than the Revoker. Okay, I see a Monastery Swiftspear and a Blood Crypt. So, this is the logic. If I take the Blood Crypt and I wield the Swiftspear, I don't think I need to play black. That means that red is wide open. So I don't think that makes much sense. The only reason I would take Blood Crypt is to hedge that red is not open, but I'm pretty sure it is, so I'm just going to take the best card for my deck. And then the question becomes, would I have gotten that card regardless? And you never really know, right? What cards people are hate picking when there's 4 cards left in the pack, 5 cards left in the pack. Like, do you want to hate the Storm card? Do you want to hate the mono red card? Can't really tell. Okay, so a bunch of crappers. I guess just a bunch of crappers, but I mean, the shield breaker is serviceable. Ursa Saga. Is Ursa Saga better than Grim Lavamancer? I have a Shadow Spear. I have a Mox Jet. Yeah, I think Ursa Saga is better. Also, I might wield the Grim Lavamancer. Okay, I mean, I'm not going to complain. Like, Ursa Saga is a real magic card. Like, it's not just like some mono red 1-drop that's only going to be good in this deck. It is like a solid card that gives your red deck some kind of durability, for the lack of a better word. So realistically, that card is going to leave me with 2 3/3s and a Shadow Spear. That's not terrible. I don't even know this card. Gut. 3-drop. Whenever you attack, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do... Huh. This card looks awesome. I want to try that out. Sacrifice another creature or artifact, and it works. This doesn't have to attack itself. I'm taking it over Mutavault, so not much... I'm not giving up much there. I'm just going to take Epicure. So with Gut, you can sacrifice a blood token to get a skeleton with Menace. Pretty great. Like, sacrifice your Mox Jet for a 4/1? Don't mind if I do. Okay, so we bricked in this pack. I'm not gonna bother hate picking. We're in a league, so I'm not gonna be playing against the players I'm drafting against. Yeah. Oh, I'm actually excited about that card. Got True Soul Zealot. Sure. I did wield a 2-drop out of the Revoker booster, just like planned. Highly doubt I'm playing this Oliphant in here. The exception would be, like, I open Time Walk rather. Let's take this Embercleave and a Volcanic, then this is a way to splash it. Let's read Embercleave while I... Yes, This is... Am I going to play these black cards? I'm just going to take the Blood Crypt. So let's see. Costs 1 less for each attacking creature. Let's say I attack with 2 creatures, then it's a 4-drop. Play it, it gets insta-equipped. +1/+1 double strike trample. Yeah, I'm sure this... It kind of reads like a win more card, but let's see. Grim Lavamancer also will... Can I get the Badlands as well? No Badlands. Most likely, the black cards are in the board. Most likely we're looking like this. That puts me at 17 playables, so I need like a bit more than a handful to fill out my mono red deck. I'm confident. So I have 3 1-drop creatures. I'm sad about letting the Figure of Destiny go, but I'm happy with the Chain Lightning and happy about the fact that mono red is open. Let's see if I can get a few more 1-drop creatures. That's really just how this deck wins, in my opinion. Okay, I guess it's pretty easy Fury here. I'll hopefully wield the Porcelain Legionnaire. Pirate Spellbomb would be okay to round out the deck, I think. Fury is a good card. Early on, let's say you play against green or white, or like Pseudomere, it's probably a free 2 for 2. And then later it can kind of go nuts when you hardcast it. Okay, there's a Wheel of Fortune that I'm not going to take. I'm going to read this card. Whenever Rada's Fireband attacks, target creature defending play controls with power less can't block. So 3/1, unblockable maybe. Domain, 6 mana. Okay, this is a cool 2-drop. And then I'll try and wield the Bomat, or am I going to do it the other way around? Probably the other way around, right? I want the 1-drop better. I think they both have like equal chance to wheel. Pyroblast is good. I think it's better than Chrome Mox. There's the argument that Pyroblast is going to wheel, so I should take the Chrome Mox to bolster my small artifact theme. Okay. I'll take that argument. So right now I'm trying to wheel 3-1, new 2-drop, and Pyroblast. Yeah, let's see. I think I'm gonna go 2 for 2. That'll be my best guess. Although I didn't study the packs that much. Sometimes you just have like super mediocre pack, and it's more likely your decent role player is not gonna wheel. But if you have like a reasonable pack, it's pretty awesome. So do I want a bauble in my deck? I guess I do, even though I'm kind of just cracking it right away. But I guess it's like 39 card deck ish. Good with Inti, potentially good with Gut, right? I have Gut in play. I draw Bauble, and then I can turn that into an attacking skeleton. Sounds great. I can also fetch it with Ursa Saga. Yeah, Bauble is a great pickup. Synergizes with a bunch of cards. Okay, let's see here. Whenever Warrior attacks, you make a 1/1. Warrior. Herod. Knight. Yeah, maybe not Lelia this time around. I'll maybe go take Battery, Wheel, Ferocidon. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get it all. Here's a brick pack. Doesn't matter what I take here. Let's say, just for the sake of argument, I was playing against my opponents. Which card did I not want one of them to have? Maybe like Better Skull? But that's sometimes how you have to think in a pod, right? Soulscar Mage. Beautiful. I really like the fact that I got this many 1-drops out of this third pack. That's just how you get the best mono red decks. It's just by spamming 1-drops. I even have like good burn to finish off my opponent. Let's see. That's burn. That is burn. Hellrider's also kind of reach, right? Let's say they stabilize, you can still suicide attack for damage. Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, this deck is great. So what about playables? Correct here. This was the last new pack I was gonna see. So what about playables? If these are kind of lands, it's -3. Yeah, I'm almost there. Okay, I tried to wheel a better card than Pirate Spellbomb, if I remember correctly. Let's see if I wheel like Fire Blast and 3-1. There's the 3-1, and if the Fire Blast is here, I'm obviously super happy. Come on, Fire Blast. You can do it, baby. Okay, so now I think I need to make cuts. I'm not big on Pirate Spellbomb. What else am I not big on? Maybe that's just it. And if I add third Ferocidon even. Okay. So I have to make cuts here, which is a good place to be. Huh. Am I crazy for thinking about cutting the Saga package? I mean, Spear is not amazing. Probably Spear has to go no matter what. So if I add 13 mountains, is that enough? 13 mountains. Let's see. Then I have 14 lands and a jet. That's 15 lands. And then a Mox on top. I think I need one more, but I'm really not sure. Embercleave. Double Strike. It's probably too good to remove. Maybe it's just the Chrome Mox? And then I go 15 lands and a jet. Yeah, Chrome Mox maybe not amazing. Okay. I'll try this. I even have Bowmite Courier to find with Saga. I forgot about that. Okay. Yeah, then I'm definitely confident in the number of artifacts. I'll try this. Okay. Great mono red deck here. Let's see if the games live up to the hype. See you guys there. Okay, on the draw here for round 1 of the Vintage Cube with mono red. Great hand. I mean, this hand can punish low draws, but can have trouble against creatures. Wobble was a cool draw. Yeah, white could be... maybe it's not a bad matchup. Cradle. Okay, opponent plays a Noble. So I have Phyrexian Revoker. I can shut off the Mother of Runes. But if I shut off the Hierarch, I'm disrupting my opponent mana-wise. Tough call. Yeah, I think attacking first here is good. I think that'll let me get in for 1 damage. And then I can go Swift Spear Bauble next turn. Get in for some damage, hopefully. Right now, if my opponent is some kind of like mid-range deck and he starts powering out like 4 drops, 5 drops, I think I just lose. That's kind of the name of the game with red. You can like race people out of town, but it's a lot tougher to once your opponent gets the mana advantage. La la la. Huh. Rossadon is a really good card. I'm gonna delay my Swift Spear Bauble turn a bit. I play it out first because the opponent has some kind of counter magic. I can kind of narrow down what kind of flash creatures I'm playing around. That being said, I can't just sit here. There's like Endurance, Resto Angel, Emperor. Opponent makes a 2/2, takes a damage, and block my Soul Scar Mage, which is kind of sad. But maybe it's more valuable for the opponent to get the Revoker out of the way. Yeah. Yeah, the flash cards are annoying. But I think not attacking, that's not really an option. Opponent has a bounce land. If they don't float any mana, yeah, I should stop speaking. Every time I'm about to like find some kind of silver lining, the opponent does something that I don't like. Mother, Flash, Walker, float mana. Yeah, this could be troublesome. Elite Spellbinder. Thankfully, that card is not very good against my deck. I wonder what they're going to make more expensive. Swift Spear, maybe? So the thing about Spellbinder is it can kind of eat my creatures with the help of Mother of Runes. Hmm. When it makes it 2/2, takes damage. think all I can do this match is just try and power through damage, but it's tough. Hell Rider, that is a hell of a way to power through damage. Can I just sit here and go Swift Spear? I take damage. 2-mana Bauble. Menace. So let's see. What if the opponent goes block, block, then I kill? Is that even good? Then my opponent can start going plus first strike until the end of turn. Hellrider easily kills planeswalkers. I could have played Hellrider there. But didn't. Okay, let's go Bauble. Let's see what's on top of my own deck here. Versus Saga. Versus Saga is a good one because it's colorless. Yeah, I'm really not sure. I'm gonna try this. That means I'll lose my Ferocidon and get in for 4. Yeah, I don't know. This is a tough game. Like, Mother of Runes is just so unassuming on surface, but in the game it's just blanks removal, makes attacking complicated, makes blocking easier. For my opponent, that is. I expect a double block. Okay, no double block. Okay. I think I'd take this. Opponent gives protection. Opponent's at 10 life. If they want to make more creatures, it hurts. Draw Ursa Saga here. Okay, my opponent keeps the Walker alive. Reasonable. 3 damage. 4 damage, that is, thanks to Exalted. Yeah, tough game. Don't play anything big. Play something small. I wonder why the Elite Spellbinder didn't... Maybe it's okay to play defense. Opponent plays a random 3-2. Decent Pyromancer is a good one. Hellrider. I think I'm just going to pass the turn here. And I'm going to get attacked in the air. It's really not optimal. I'm trying to set up a situation where I kind of win with, like, Fire Blast or whatever. Yeah, this is not looking great. Play draw was huge this game. I think I could have gotten in enough damage on the play. It's tough to say. My opponent is looking to finish this game. This is not a very good block, but maybe it has to be done. I think the way I win this game is like I Pyromancer into burn. I'm gonna take 2 damage here off of Pyromancer and discarding Yeah, but I think this is like what has to be done. Let's not burn. But now I think I'm just like one bolt away from winning. Maybe that's not true because I'll have to most likely block 3/3 vigilance. I hope I only have to block once and I can win with the Fire Blast. That's like my only hope, I think. Opponent does not let me only at only block once, which is a problem. I take 1 damage there. Block. Block. Take 6, go to 2. I don't think I can do it here. 2 life. This is 3. From Hellrider, then I'm 5 off. That's a problem. Selfless Spirit. Okay, so now Fire Blast is lethal. Fire Blast. Um, yeah, Fire Blast or Lightning Bolt. Yeah, there's some stuff that's lethal here. That my opponent shouldn't. I don't think my opponent should lose to that. But let's see. Opponent takes 4. Really threading the needle here. One face down card for the marbles. Opponent has some pretty clean blocks. I guess not. But it doesn't really matter. Yep, needs to double block there. Mother blocks there. One-time dealer. The suspense. Indestructible, sure. That's amazing. That is amazing. Wow. Whew. Yeah, the opponent wasn't supposed to lose to that card. That's the problem, right? They had all the agency in the world to not lose to that card. Green-white mid-range. On paper, I have a lot of cards that kind of lose steam against the deck like that. But the problem is if they just stumble a little bit, those cards are insane. Pirate Spellbomb is a good Mother of Runes removal. Maybe I'm supposed to not have Fire Blast on the draw. What about this card? Enters, okay. Maybe this card is not the best. I don't think I saw any artifacts. I'll just do that swap. I think that's reasonable. I'm just gonna hit them with the playing to my outs. Baby. Oof, this hand is unexciting. Let's not draw any more lands and curve out and onto the Hellrider. Turn 1 library is awesome. That's gonna be tough to beat unless I have a decent draw from here. Let's see what my opponent's working with. Next draw step. The fairy. Sure. Yeah, I need to draw a couple of creatures. Creature. That's a good one. Now let's draw 2-drop. Lele into Hellrider. That's, you know, that's some heavy hitters. 2-drop. Not quite a 2-drop. Do I cycle this to try and find a 1-drop? Sure. Sure. Rapid battery. That works. That's not nothing, right? I mean, I realize some of my guys have haste already, but this is just like chip damage, good with Hellrider, good with non-hasters later. Anything really to pressure my opponent. So let's see if this is Teferi time. Oh, okay, that works. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Now I think I'm supposed to get Lelia going. Let's see if I can spike my Mox. With Bauble gone, only 1 Mox. Can we do it? Can we do it from the top? Nope. So unfortunately, my opponent has like Fairy, which is a pretty good. There's a pretty good speed bump in this situation. I guess the Hellrider takes care of that. Alternatively, I can go Burst Lightning. That's a Fairy. Get Lelia going again. Maybe that's better. Getting Lelia going, having that card in play is pretty sick. I think it's very tempting for the opponent to go for the Fairy bounce here, like stealing away 3 of my mana, potentially having the blocker up. That would be their mindset anyway. Maybe the opponent is low on green mana, but I'm really not sure. So generally with this pause before the land drop, it means the opponent has more than 1 land. That doesn't tell us a whole lot about their hand, of course. But it is some information, right? Hope everybody's having a great day while we wait a little bit here for our opponent. I hope you enjoy the Vintage Cube experience. I sure do. Let's see what they can cook up here. We know about the Teferi. That's the only card we saw. Can't remember how. Oh, Bauble. We baubled the Teferi. My opponent goes land, bounce the Lelia. They don't. Never mind. Okay. Opponent gets a creature into play. Cradle for double green, then Noble. Great play. The attack from Loran. I wonder if my opponent's plan here is the double block. I'm probably just going to start off my turn just attacking. Mountain. Super unexciting. I already have a couple of land drops. Let's see. Wow. Okay. So I don't think I'm willing to trade those guys off. So what I get to do here is basically trade Burst Lightning for... Yeah, I guess it's a good play for the opponent. Indestructible. Yep, you got it. I play land. I play Ferocidon. Ferocidon can be a double-edged sword. We definitely saw some of that the first game. But every bit of chip damage matters, in my opinion. When it is off library now, so this is kind of the same spot as last game where I'm like, if you keep playing, let's say, small ball, we have some kind of game, but if you like come over the top with something nasty, I'm in trouble. Also, we have to worry about the Emperor that we saw last game, the Flash double white Planeswalker. But I think if my opponent has that card, they want to like play it now and get rid of the Lelia before I get more value from it. But I can rule it out that my opponent wants to do it at instant speed. 4 mana. There's Teferi. We knew about that. Bouncing the Lelia. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see. Follow it up with Elite Spellbinder. Okay. So let's see here. Most likely... No, maybe that's not true. They can postpone the Hellrider. Okay, they let me play the Hellrider. Opponent attack for 3. That's a good play. Exalted is cool here. What happens if I block that card? Kind of unexciting to block that card. Let's try and... Great card. So I can go... Maybe I just Hellrider this turn. So I go Hellrider, attack my opponent, initiate the race, ignore the Teferi. I think that's how I play. Hellrider triggers twice. Opponents at 13 can block Hellrider with Elite Spellbinder. Take 3. I play out the Lavamancer. I take 1 more. Yeah, this is kind of a funny race. I'm not confident I'm winning the race, actually. What else could I have done that turn? I could have gone like Inti. Just attack with the Menace creature. Throw the Menace creature. I guess this card is complicated. Elspeth Knight Errant. That's a good one as well. It hurts a bit to keep putting the 1/1s into play. Okay. The raise is on. Like Donkey Kong. In for 6 here. Brutal. Brutality. Plus Teferi. Not a bad draw. But not sure that's what I'm gonna do. I like Inti here. Was I supposed to go 5 mana Lelia? Attack with that and Ferocidon, keep up Grim? That's very likely, actually. Okay, I mean, let's try this. Attack my opponent. Discard. I don't even know. I'm gonna discard the Swift Spear. Grow the Ferocidon. I may play the top card. Opponent goes to 5. Play Enra. Second main phase Haster, baby. super complicated game. Opponent's at 5 life. I go to 4 now. I think I should play that land out because then I can... Okay, we both draw a card. I think my opponent's trying to find like random counter magic off the top, which is otherwise going to be very bad this game. Also, since I tapped out, not that much stuff can happen on my side. So I lose this game if my opponent connects with... I go to 4 here, so any like +3 on an attacker will kill me. So I have to kind of play passive with my Grim Lavamancer. Good thing that Teferi is only on 2. If it was on 3, the opponent could force the issue by bouncing my Grim Lavamancer, then I would have to respond, etc., etc. Now I have somewhat of a small chokehold here. If my opponent plays any creature, they get pinged for 1, and that means 2 Lavamancer activation will kill the opponent. But this is a tough one, right? +3/+3. Yeah. I can't let that happen. Try and kill it in response. We both draw a card. Yeah. Drew a mountain. What do we have here? 2 mana floating. Let's see if the opponent found some sick line. Could very well be. This is crunch time. This is where the result is up for grabs. Parallax Wave. Okay. Maybe my opponent has to do that like now. Ooh, Parallax Wave. That just might do it. Lavamancer gone. And then my opponent can win with Elspeth next turn. I mean, the problem with Revoker is... Yeah, I should wait. I should definitely wait. Let's say I play Revoker and name Parallax Wave. Well, my opponent responds. This is a tough one. If I play Revoker, the opponent has to respond, right? Otherwise, they just die. Okay, I'm going to try that. But how does this work? Another creature enters the battlefield. What if they enter at the same time? Maybe I just kill myself here, but I'm not sure I have an alternative. Okay, so that card gets removed. That card is gone. I don't know if I just die here. Wonder what this is. Blue mana? Mana Drain. Sick. So now I don't think I can have any more plays than this, right? Yeah. Oof. Great game. And we even have a game 3 here. This is awesome. My opponent wins here if they go remove the Lelia now. Perfect. Great game. I can put my opponent to 3. That doesn't really do anything. I'm just going to stay back. What a game. My opponent found the line there with Parallax Wave. That was sick. What if I resolve that Revoker? I don't even know if I win. Ooh, that was awesome. Opponent threaded the needle. Like, just like I did game 1, I guess. Okay, so we have a game 3 here against green-white. I think it's time to have like a good 1-2-3 curve and just do it to our opponent. Great game. It was very tough, like facing turn 1 Library Alexandria, stuff like that, right? Just a tall order. This hand is decent. Turn 2 Karizev, turn 3 Ferocidon. Would be... I don't think I'm supposed to Saga here. I think I'm supposed to Saga next turn when I develop the Ferocidon. Also, Ferocidon is not really the biggest combo with Karizev, I guess. The mana drain deck starting on that kind of mana is interesting. So yeah, Ferocidon should be good. Ferocidon Saga. I could have considered one more turn of Mountain, but I'm not too sure. Mox, Fetchland, S. So I guess we almost know what this is, right? The question is if I'm supposed to Revoker first. Maybe that's good. I'll name the something Emperor. Can't remember the name. Is it an Elspeth? I don't think so. Opponent's gonna take damage here. And flash it in. The Wandering Emperor, that's the one. So opponent makes it 2-2, which was kind of the point with playing the Revoker out first. A 2-2, which I can Fire Blast. Actually think that's a decent idea. So if I go name Mox Ruby to slow down my opponent, I Fire Blast the blocker. Is that correct? I go attack, attack, and then point the Ragavan at the walker. This is a lot of pressure. This is a lot of pressure. Oh no, with one white. They have 3 mana here. What can you do with 3 mana? What can you do with 3 mana? That's the question here. That's the clutch point of this game. Revoking the Ruby. Could be a game-winning play. Yeah, the opponent probably thought they had 4 mana here. So I didn't get any tokens out of the saga, which is unfortunate. So this is funny, I actually have good options here. Parrot Spellbomb, 2 to the face. How much damage am I getting in for here? I'm getting in for, if everything, 8, so it's lethal. I'm gonna try taking Pirate Spellbomb here. Epicure my opponent down to 8. Blooding away the card in my hand for the excess mana. Trying to get in there. Okay, opponent has some interaction. Petty Theft on that card is annoying. I will give you that. So let's see. How much is this? 5 damage. The opponent's at effectively 1. That's going to be a tough one. Now the opponent needs some absolute banger of a card. 5 mana available. Nothing can connect next turn. 5 mana. Let's see it. Wave after wave. Okay, Parallax Wave is a card that will buy time. That card is gone. 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 So when Parallax Wave disappears, this game is over. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure. So that Monastery Swift Spear gets waived. But so does this card, right? My opponent can never play a creature. So I'm going to use my mana just a little better, playing out the more expensive one. So now my opponent needs to use the last Parallax Wave counter to make a huge board, and they have to gain some life in the process to not lose. Yeah, that was a sick match. Like, 2 absurdly close games, and then this game where I tried to press the advantage with, like, smelling blood in the water, basically. With the, I mean, Fire Blast at token turn 3. Not exactly what you want to be doing. I used the Revoker because I saw the Emperor coming based on information from the previous games. Ended up clearing the blocker, shutting down the Mox, which was maybe clutch, who knows? Yeah, that was just a great game of Cube, right? Even so, Mono Red is the easy deck to play. No, I mean, you'll have games like this where you have to do everything right to get there. And the first game, I'm not sure I piloted that correctly, to be honest, but at least I found a line in the end that gave me the chance to win. And I think that's an important skill to have. Like, know what's in your deck. The race damage race was on, and I just barely got there because I had Lightning Bolt on top of my deck. All right, it felt like a marathon basically, but that was just round 1. See you guys for the next one. All right, round 2 of the cube draft. I have a 0 lander that I will put back. I'm on the draw here. This is a lot better. So I think it's reasonable to expect that I'm hitting my 3rd land drop on time. I think I'm gonna put back the Shield Breaker. That's like the most hit or miss card in my hand. Currency Converter. I mean, I would have loved to kill that card turn 1, but no such luck. Let's get going with the Bomat sooner than later. My hand actually has, let's say my opponent goes land, Rofellos, or Devoted Druid or whatever. Then I can go Swift Spear, Burst Lightning the blocker, get in for damage. That's just decent curve, right? Swift Spear. Attack. Second main phase Lavamancer. Look at me. $17. Lavamancer. Let's see if I lose to some reanimation. Totally possible, right? Currency converter. Great enabler for stupid things. Currency converter is a cool card. You get like a lot of options with it. You can ramp. You can set up reanimation. You can just create some zombies and try and take it from there. It's a cool card. Gives you a lot of options. Zeranorp. And where does that go? Go underneath the currency converter. So that means my opponent now has a free 2/2 in the bank. Hopefully we have that covered. I can actually make some kind of cool things here. I can even destroy 2 things next turn. I can go like land, attack, first lightning before blocks, sack the courier before blocks, Lavamancer, one more thing. Let's see if that's relevant. Umesawa's Jite. Okay. I don't mind that too much. Right now, that is. So I play the land. I attack with my creatures. Also going to attack with the Lavamancer, I think. Yeah, let's do that. My opponent will try and make a 2/2. I kill that 2/2 before blocks. I get in for 4, is that correct? Yeah. I put on a lot of pressure here. Actually, now that I think about it, why did the opponent shock for the stomping ground? There must be... Yeah, that's the thing. Opponent had a fatal push. Getting rid of the Swift Spear. Valakut, that's a cool one. The opponent is most likely a Scape Shift Dryad deck? I don't know. Ooh, Grist. Grist making a 1/1. I'm gonna kill off the 1/1, and then I'm gonna probably trade my hand into 4 cards. Does that sound right? No, maybe it's kind of a gamble. I play this out first. It's a gamble in the way that then if my opponent has a random creature, then they have to kill that off. Maybe that's okay. Tough call, because my opponent manages to get rid of my Bomat now. I lose out on a lot of value. But having the Ferocidon in play is just going to make cards like, I mean, Grist and Currency Converter into kind of iffy situations. I also hope my opponent's Lance-themed deck has some, cards like, what do I know, Scape Shift in hand, or Field of the Dead, like late game payoff things, right? It is scary that they have cards like Umesawa's Jite. Just gonna look at my sideboard here if I have anything to help against stuff like that. I don't think bringing in like Blood Crypt and Molten Collapse has any value. I guess I just don't bottom the artifact removal next time, but it's tough to know, right? Bitter Triumph. Yeah, this is the punishment. Yeah. This is for sure the punishment. So if I don't draw anything to put into my yard, I can get like buried under the Jite. Ooh. Well, yeah, it is. I mean, it is a sick draw. I'm gonna. So I go 1 and 3. And then I just attack the Grist with Ferocidon, maybe? Attack Grist with Ferocidon. Or attack my opponent. If I attack my opponent, they go to 9. Make it 2 to end of turn. I can kind of continue this. Yeah, I think I just get rid of the Grist while I can. Fury was a sick draw. Let's see. Opponent makes a zombie. Opponent can equip that, but I have stuff like Double Strike and Menace. Oh yeah, that doesn't work, opponent. I have Menace here. Wrist is gone. That's good. Knight's Whisper down to 9. I mean, I guess it's better than doing nothing, but I'm also content with that card being cast. Land. I'm really not sure if the opponent's supposed to equip here. So if I can put a card in the yard, yeah, then the opponent's just in trouble. Card in the yard. Yeah, that is a card in the yard. Gonna see what's up here. Yeah, my opponent's just super dead here. This is 6, this is 3. Yeah, I had an absurd draw here. Absurd run out as well. Okay. So not sure what I'm supposed to do about what my opponent's doing here, aside from hope that I have like Clutch Revoker, Clutch Shieldbreaker, drawing Fury when times are tough. That's a good recipe for winning in Magic, right? Shadow Spear, Pirate Spellbomb. I'm not really into that stuff. Great hand. So I have like 1-drop creature, 2-drop creature, some removal, and then the Curve Topper if I'm lucky to find 4 lands. I mean, so the only way for this draw to like kind of fizzle out is if I draw like no land and keep drawing like 3 and 4 drops. But it's very good to have a hand with mono red where lands and spells are good draws. Opponent's on a mulligan. I think if my opponent starts the game on Mana Creature Pass, I bolted right away. Elvish Mystic. That qualifies. Ah, I'm not sure. I was about to say I'm gonna get info on my opponent's top card, but what I should have done is slow roll it and deal 1 more damage next turn. I don't think like cantripping into this next card a turn earlier is gonna be important. But which card is the best one to get going here? Karazev is 3. They're both evasive. Just gonna go this. I'm really not sure. I wonder what is best. This dies less easily, I guess. Okay, Grist hits the board. Great card. Is this a case where I go, I'm hedging towards never finding the next land. Yeah, I think it is. So I go Fury. This is actually absurd. 3-1. Then I go Lelia, attack Barist, attack opponent. That is, oh, let's see. That one, yeah, face. So I get rid of Grist. I have developed my Lelia. And I still have some cheap plays up my sleeve. Yeah, what a draw. My opponent needs something insane here to catch up. Currency converter. Sure. Pyroblast. What a draw. I'm going to go Swift Spear. Keep my options open for the Lelia hit. Ragavan gets in there. I hit a Mox. That's not terrible. I hit something I can play this turn. That's basically the point. Get in for a ton of damage. My opponent needs to do something like cheat Archon into play, something along those lines, I would say. I could have gone Swift Spear. Oh, what happened? The opponent misclicked here. They activated the bottom ability. Yeah, my opponent needs to cheat Archon, Gristlebrand, something into play here. Surin Orb. Is one card left? No, this is over. Surin Orb. That is some life gain. Balance. That's the card. Necromancy on Grist. Or I guess Soul of Windgrace. Oh, Fury. Okay, that's a cool one. Very cool. I forgot I had a Fury. So, okay, kill that card. So, Flame Tongue Fury, basically. Draw. Let's see. Play that card out. Get rid of the Fury. Force my opponent to start sacking lands. How much damage have I got here? I've got 8. So force my opponent to sacrifice 1 land. I don't have any cards in hand. No, maybe it's, yeah, I deal 8. The opponent has 3 mana, needs to draw something insane. Toxic Deluge for 3. Sacrifice 2 lands. Yeah, that's GG's. That was, what a draw. That was awesome. Like, Fury absurdity against the Grist, clearing the way, jamming. Yeah, that was insane. Yeah, this deck is awesome. Like, let's see if we can finish the job in round 3. Thanks so much for watching so far. Yeah, let's get it. Okay, we're on the play here for the finals of the Vintage Cube, competing for a trophy. That's always fun, right? Great hand, good curve. Let's see about the Hellrider. The good thing about that Inti card is if you don't like some of your hand, you can kind of trade it in. I think I'm going to slow roll Bobble here for the Prowess trigger. Let's see if I get horrendously punished. Doesn't look like it. Misty Rainforest on top of opponent's deck. Play Inti. Get in for 2. I don't think it makes any sense to do it now. Put a +1/+1 counter. Wow, that card is absurd. Let's see. That card gets killed. Put a +1/+1 counter on. It's the attacking creature. Got it. Okay, this is not the best. This is kind of the way this hand could kind of fizzle out. By drawing uncastable, losing my, like, looter outlet, so to speak. Let's see. The opponent just goes pressure. This could be fine. This could be tough. I need to hit the land next turn, I think. I'm keeping up the pressure pretty nicely here, I would say, but... So let's see, like, if we're talking Walk or Ancestral, Fourth Eolingus, what are we talking? Okay, I'm Walk. Good card. Land. Land, baby. Good play, land. The Skeleton with Menace sounds good. Seasoned Pyromancer. Discard. Yeah, that's also strong. I'm gonna try this. I want to try this card. Play Gut. Attack. Yes. Choose this. That's cool, right? So you upgrade a card that would have traded with Spellseeker, and you just get in for 4 damage. And this card kind of... Another... Oh, okay, so you can't sack itself. That would be sick. Love it. The opponent's trying to turn the table on us here. Okay, no attack. Interesting. You would have thought the Skeleton was better. Get in for 4, untap. Yeah, that seems like a freebie. Let's see what the opponent can do here on their Time Walk turn. If they make... I guess I just... Yeah, I'll try that. Embercleave on that guy. But wouldn't I just be dead if they did it the other way around? Hull Rider is lethal if my opponent has nothing, right? 7, 9, 8. 7, 8, 9? Sure. A lose to interaction. Yeah, I like that, right? I can kill my opponent. The other thing I can do there is go like Pyromancer, discard my hand, play it slower. But I think it's worth like checking for lethal there. Obviously, it got super punished. But I think I like that play. Okay, so Shadow Spear might be good. Maybe I try Cut Revoker. Get a little bit of life gain in there in case the table turns. That's not horrible. I play first for game 3. Sorry, game 2. Opponent had a lot of removal. Burst Lightnings. Bone Crusher Giant. I think even one more card. I think I wanna... No, I don't... I think it's too early to go like discard land. But it is sad. I mean, if this just gets killed, I didn't get any value out of it, but discarding a land for a +1/+1 counter isn't insane either. Rosodon is a good one. Can't gain life, though, with that in play. I think that's acceptable. So now the Shadow Spear is like one of the worst cards imaginable. Pay 3 mana to equip. I guess having a 4/4 menace is not terrible. Opponent takes some damage. That card is not the best. Shadow Spear. Okay, so if I equip over here, I can actually attack with both. I like that. Guess my opponent trades here to not get run over. Good trade. I don't gain any life because of the Ferocidon. So now I second main phase, play Omad Courier, and then I'm in a spot where all lands and all spells are good draws. I guess Mishra's Bauble is kind of the exception. Lightning Bolt's a good one. Oh, baby. Give me the land. Land would be awesome. Oof. Land. That is a land. Fury. Get in there with Bomat. My opponent has to respect this card, otherwise I'm getting in there with like 4/4 double strike trample while making constructs. What a draw. Ursa Saga was an insane draw there because I can do what I was gonna do anyway and like make 3/3 and make 5/5. 3 damage to each creature. Oof, my opponent also came to play. Making the token sorcery speed here to save some mana on the equip cost. I'm ready. I'm ready to see the next Haymaker. Okay. So let's see. Mox or Bauble? I think I like Mox. So why didn't the opponent attack? Maybe they were hedging. I didn't have an artifact to find. Huh. Grim Lavamancer. Equip there. S. Yeah, my opponent needs something insane here, which they have showed a few times they're very capable of. 5 mana. Fury. So what is this? Just kill that construct? Okay. What I can do here is if I attack with the construct, what is the opponent going to do? I guess I just do it. The construct is even getting bigger from the Embercleave. Yeah, this is a big blowout. Yeah, oof, what a draw. My opponent has some serious stuff as well. The Fiery Confluence is just, it's great against my deck, against like the Saga, the equipment angle. But I'm not sure what I can do about it. We both have Fury, we both have like good removal. Seems like a bit faster, and they have a bit more late game. But I mean, this is anyone's game. Game 3 for the trophy. Always a great place to be. Easy mulligan. Ah, this is not how you want to go out. So let's say I have exactly Mountain on top of my deck. I bottom Fire Blast. Is that better than a 5? It's how many? I have 15 mountains. Let's say I go turn 1 mountain, kill something end of turn. Turn 2 Saga, play a creature. I'm gonna mull to 5, but it's actually close that I was willing to take that gamble. I mean, Ursa Saga is great here. I think I'm just gonna get rid of the Cleave and Spobble. And then my hand is just Ursa Saga and a Shadow Spear, basically. Yeah, I doubt this is gonna get there. My opponent's deck is just super solid. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough call because drawing. I have 3 lands, but in a perfect world, I don't see many more lands, right? Lightning Bolt is a good one, but it's a problem. Okay, I mean, I have a shot here. If my opponent doesn't have instant removal, I have a 3/3. Then I go make token. Next main phase, make token, go for Mox Jet, then I can equip right away. I mean, I have a shot, but oof. I think my plan gets foiled by even like 1 lightning bolt. It's possible even killing this off with like a burst lightning or whatever can kind of crush me. Let's see. Good card. I mean, I'm getting in there next turn. Let's see. Okay, make a food. Makes a ton of sense. Guess my opponent stays back now. Opponent passes. I make the token. Untap. Pyroblast. That is a serious card. No lightning bolt. I can go take the jet. Take the jet. Sounds awesome. Equip. So is my opponent ready to lose the Oko here? Hmm. Am I ready to lose to like Fiery Confluence? I don't think I can't do anything about that card. That's not worth thinking about. Should I Fire Blast my opponent's 2/2, kill Oko, get in for 1? Super tough. I think this is my way to try and win this game. Well, I mean, the reflection is also dangerous because my opponent has showed Fury. Yeah, now I get like pseudo comboed. Spellseeker Time Walk, and then opponent has at least a copy of Spellseeker. This is, I mean, I had a great draw here, right? This is one of the best mauls to 5 you can imagine. I put up a very, very good fight here. I mean, I'm just ready to just get destroyed by Fury here, obviously. Okay. It doesn't look like that's in the cards. So I wonder what the opponent can go get with Spellseeker. We saw Lightning Bolt, Burst Lightning. Don't do it, opponent. Murky. Okay. Murktide is a beatable Magic card. Um, I'm gonna equip here and continue going for it. Maybe my opponent. I mean, I'm hoping my opponent go for some kind of double block. Okay, they didn't. So I guess I let them tutor. Ah, this is so tough. Lightning Bolt. Takes 6. Yeah. So what I think I have to do here is kill off the reflection. What's the alternative? I think, yeah, I have to kill off the reflection. Yeah, I really wanted to like blow out my opponent with that lightning bolt, but such a tough situation. Now the opponent has block lightning bolt available, which, you know, will do the trick. Yeah, Murktide was made things a bit complicated here. I don't even know what I want to draw. Goldspan. Maybe Goldspan. Goldspan attack. The opponent is looking to go like block with Murktide, finish off my creature. It's a good way. Like my opponent has more resources, so it makes perfect sense. Stomping Ground, no damage, makes sense as well. Ferocidon, that could be a good one. My opponent can take some trample damage, jump. Um, they want to finish that off. I want to get that card into play. Yeah, let's see. This is a tough one. Opponent finishes off the construct with Bolt, as expected. I still have a hard to block creature and a 5/5 that I can turn into a 6/6, or turn the Ferocidon into a 4/4 if I want. I somehow stay relevant in this game. Also, a play I have up my sleeve is Harry Zev equipped with battery. This is hasty with some like more like annoying menace damage. My opponent showed cards like Confluence and Fury that just I don't think I can beat. Burst Lightning the Ferocidon. Huh. Okay. I mean, Harry Zev, trying to equip it. So yeah, now I attack my opponent to 1, I think. Yeah. I wonder if I should keep the Rabbit Battery on. Oh, okay, never mind. My opponent has a play. My opponent does not have a play. My opponent's at 1. What to do with the battery? Kind of cool. My opponent's at 1. So maybe I unattach it? Mm. If I unattach it, am I worse against Fury? Yeah, I think I am. So maybe not. Pass. Okay. Now it's time for the opponent to come up with the solution. 3 life. Forgot about that. Two cards in hand. And they have to be strong. This is exciting, right? So close to the finish line, yet so far. I guess my opponent doesn't have any, like, cantrip into cross your fingers draw here. Then they just wouldn't cycle right away. Oh, it's not cycle, sorry, crack the food right away. One was at 4. So if I equip this, it tramples over and beats the gold span on combat. Yeah, let's see it. Somehow this turned into a situation where it's the opponent who has to come up with something. Opponent's in the tank here. Let's see if... Okay. The attack comes in, so I guess the opponent has something sick. With the gold span in play, the treasure is 2 mana. They play a 4/3. And then I assume something else. Hellrider. Okay. Yeah, I agree with my opponent taking their time there. That's super complicated. Um, what I can do is equip both things to... What happened if I equip both things to the construct? I think then I force like a... Yeah, force a double block? That should be good. Opponent's on 0 cards. So what happens if I attack with both? Then my opponent... Yeah, well... Then I have the Ragavan token, and this one coming in, and this one coming in. I think my opponent has to double block this because of trample. Double block the big guy. I gain 6, get rid of both of my opponent's creatures. Opponent's at 1. Um, so we've seen... Yeah, my opponent needs to draw something like Fury right now. I guess Confluence also works. The opponent's... Okay. What a match. What a match. We really threaded the needle there. Like, even round 1 with the... Yeah, I'm just gonna cycle my Bowmat Courier for 1 unknown card. That was exactly the lightning bolt. Like, that's beautiful magic, right? All of the stuff we playing towards our outs kind of came to fruition. That's just one of the best feelings. Oof. That was awesome, guys. Yeah, thanks so much for sticking with me. Mono Red has a lot of play to it, it seems. Yeah, oof. I can't wait to play more Cube in the future. And yeah, thanks again for watching, and see you next time.